Self-testing promotes long-term retention of learning material and is therefore especially useful for preparing for a test or assessment. Self-testing in the context of studying for tests and assessments involves answering practice questions about previously learned material. Taking practice tests leads to better learning outcomes than simply restudying the material because it helps to selectively activate and retrieve the most relevant knowledge. There are some steps you may want to undertake in descending order when preparing to study for a test. First, look for any practice exams that may be offered by your course. If your course doesn't offer any practice exams, it may be worthwhile to ask your professor for a practice exam or otherwise some practice questions. This is the best way of familiarizing yourself with important topics and the format in which you may get assessed. Alternatively, you could also look online for any practice exams on your course or similar courses offered by other schools. However, make sure to check which topics are and aren't relevant for your course. Finally, you could also ask fellow students to develop practice questions about the material, so that you can exchange these questions and practice by answering each other's practice exams. Self-testing is an effective learning strategy in many different contexts and works especially well for long-term retention of more complex material. However, this strategy may not always be easily applicable, as you are largely dependent on the availability of practice exams. Furthermore, to be effective, it is important that there is a relatively close match between the practice tests and the actual assessment.